Hey, it's Drybear. Dragonflight Season 2 starts tomorrow, and with it, they've done an overhaul of the gearing system in the game. So today, I'm going to do a quick run-through of the new gearing system. It's quite simple. We'll do a quick run-through so you know exactly what to expect, how to get gear, how to level up this gear, and how you can get the most out of it. But first, you need to come hang out on my live stream. If you aren't already there, then the next time you wash dishes, you're going to turn on the faucet and the water is going to come shooting out directly on top of an upturned spoon, which will then funnel and redirect that flow of water directly onto your new shirt. And boom, apologies for the flashbang, but this is a sheet that someone on Reddit had created to show the actual overall numbers on the gearing system. And this is how it works. You'll have a range of eye level 402 to eye level 450 items dropping from the PvE content that you'll be able to get, as well as PvP, and can be upgraded, but that has more restrictions on it. So we're looking at just the PvE content here. The way this works is there are 5 total tiers that you can get items unlocked on. These tiers have a range of eye levels depending on where you get them and what you do to upgrade them that will change their eye level. And you can see these already in game. So the items that you'll get from Azeroth Cavern range in the first 3 tiers of that setup. And you can see it listed on the item itself. Upgrade level, and it'll give a name, and then it'll show you the level of that upgrade. The 5 levels of this upgrade system range starting from the very beginning of the green items that you can get in Azeroth, which is Explorer. Then it goes to Adventurer, then Veteran, and then Champion, and finally with Hero. Explorer gear is the gear that you get from the quest line of unlocking Azeroth Caverns. It's the green gear, and that actually caps out at eye level 395. The next tier is Adventurer, and when you get this Adventurer gear, you can upgrade it all the way up to 8 out of 8, which is going to be 411. So you can actually get pretty easily 410 eye level or so this week before the start of Season 2 if you have a character that hadn't been gearing the prior season. But the levels you're going to want to care about are over here on the right side: Veteran, Champion, and Hero. These will give a range of 402 to 424 eye level for Veteran. Champion goes up to 437 eye level, and Hero goes up to the first rung of Mythic Gear, which is going to be 441, and all of these require different things to get them upgraded. And that's the whole gearing system as a whole. You can look at the far left side of the screen, eye levels from the bottom, the 376 for Explorer, all the way up to 450. This is the setup that you're going to see for all items in the game, and then depending on where you got that item, it gives you a new baseline that allows you to hit a new cap, right? So Veteran can only go up to 424 depending on where you got it. And then if you go up with Mythic Plus or Vault levels, you can get a higher upgrade of Veteran, but if it's a Veteran piece, it can't go higher than 424. And so when you look at this for your content here, you can see that 402 on the left side, 402 to 411 is LFR, 415 to 424 is going to be normal raid, depending on what boss you clear. Heroic is going to be 428 to 437, and then Mythic is going to be 441 to 450. And depending on where it lines up in this chart, that's the base quality of it it's going to be, whether it's Explorer, Adventurer, Veteran, Champion, or Hero, which denotes how high of eye level that item can go when you upgrade it. Similarly, the chest at the end of a Mythic Plus run will range from 402 all the way up to 431 when you complete a Mythic Plus. However, if you get items from Mythic Plus out of your Great Vault, that range is much higher, going from 415 all the way down to 447 for completing a plus 20 and getting an item out of your vault. So the system is quite simple from a global viewpoint. Do the hardest content that you can, get the best quality gear that you can, and the higher the base level of it, the higher the base quality of it, the higher you can upgrade it once you're ready to upgrade it. And then from Great Vault, end of run, Mythic Plus, Raid, you'll be able to get better gear from that. So the next question is, how do you upgrade it? The new base currency for that is going to be Flight Stones. Seen here, you have a cap of 2,000, so you want to spend these on upgrading items. It's going to be much easier to spend these next week once we can actually get real gear for it. And there's tons of things in the game that give Flight Stones. Basically everything can give you Flight Stones. Most is going to be daily quests. You can get these from dungeon clears, from quests, from weeklies. All kinds of sources will give you Flight Stones. And as you're playing the game, you'll accumulate Flight Stones in general. These are per character, so you do have to earn these per character to have them on your character. But that's your baseline requirement. Every upgrade for every item in Season 2 needs to use Flight Stones to upgrade it. The next thing that you need is going to be a crest. So these crests are items that you collect through various means. So you'll be able to get these stones by completing rares or doing hard content. You'll get these, which are the crest fragments. And then when you get 15 of these, you can turn them into a full crest. And the upgrades require either 0, 1, or 2 crests, or even up to 3, I think in one case, where you need these in order to get the upgrade. So it's flight stones plus a possible crest. And the quality of the crest is required for the quality of the upgrade. So when you're upgrading the explorer gear and the adventurer gear, it'll be whelpling and and possibly a Drake quest. Then it goes up to 2 more crests after that, which we'll be able to get next week, that you'll use for upgrading the heroic and the mythic gear in order to get those maxed out at those levels. So do the content you're normally doing, farm flight stones from activities all over the cavern, as well as your normal PvE activities. Collect these flight stones or these crest fragments to turn into crests, and that's how you upgrade. But there is a cool secret feature that is part of this system that they've mentioned and haven't talked about removing, which is going to be pretty sweet. And that is the discount system, which is awesome. So the way this system works is that once you've reached a required item level for an item, you then will have a discount on feature upgrades for that. So for example, say you have like a wrist piece and you get it up to 424 eye level. That means that under 424 eye level, you'll have a discount on upgrading items for that slot in the future. The first of this, out of the 2 things you can spend on an upgrade, is going to be your flight stone. So say you get a 434, 432, 430, or 441 piece of slot, then you'll be able to have a 60% is the number they recently gave us. So that's what they're going with. It may change after making this video, but a 60% discount on the flight stone cost for upgrading an item in that slot up to a level of eye level that you've already achieved. And what's cool is they've mentioned that this discount is going to be account wide. So once you get your main as high as you can, catching characters up to that slot, they'll have a 60% flight stone discount to get to the exact same eye level of that slot that your main already has. And also rings and trinkets need 2. It's whatever the low value of both items is. So if you have a ring that's 430 and then you have a ring that's 432, then it's going to be 430, which is going to be the lowest of those 2. So you have to have 2 trinkets or 2 rings of the lowest level in order to get that unlock for Flightstone. They have mentioned that we will get a crest discount as well for item upgrades in that slot if you've achieved a higher eye level, which is a 100% discount on crests. Meaning, if you can upgrade an item all the way up to 441, which is the max to get it to the hero quality level, level 5, you then would no longer need for that slot any crests to upgrade gear up to that level again. The catch here is that this benefit is actually not account-wide. It's going to be per character, so using crests on characters, since these crests are soulbound, you won't be able to trade them. Once you do it in that slot, you won't need to upgrade replacement items or side upgrade items that you use for building out your character. If you get the highest level, you won't have to use crests to get to that slot, which means you can then save those crests for other slots to get that highest value. But what's cool is the Flightstone value discount is going to be applied account-wide, the last that they've mentioned, so we'll be able to use that and benefit from that pretty easily. So that's the system. You're just looking at getting as much gear as you can at the highest quality, highest level that you can, farm Flightstones, farm crests from doing normal activities, either out in the open world in Zaralek or doing your PvE activities, and then use those to upgrade the gear. The base quality of the gear, either Explorer, Adventurer, Veteran, Champion, or Hero, determines the max eye level it can be upgraded to. And then this is the setup for the items that you'll be able to get from your normal activities. And that's it for Season 2 looting system. There you go.
If you enjoyed yourself today, leave a like down below. You can support me and my work on Patreon and view Patreon exclusive content, link in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.